rains and the resulting flooding disaster that occurred at once brought about the end of the Hamas militias deployed in the Gaza Strip. According to the statements of the Israel Defense Forces officials, the underground tunnels used by Hamas were flooded with water. The entrances and exits of the underground tunnels, which were filled with water, were completely closed. As it is known, Hamas soldiers used these tunnels not only as a shipping route, but also as warehouses. Hamas forces use these tunnels both as an escape route and as ammunition and weapons depots when they are under intense attack. However, according to information obtained from regional sources, these weapons and ammunition in the underground tunnels became completely unusable after the heavy rain and flooding that occurred at night. According to the claims, after heavy rainfall and flooding in the tunnels, a small part of the tunnel collapsed on the Hamas militia located in the tunnel. After this interesting incident, some local newspapers operating in Israel shared news under the headline, "Divine Justice has found its place." But will this divine justice also help Israel to crush Hamas? As it is known, the Israel Defense Forces have appealed to the civilian population living in Gaza for the ground operation they will launch against Gaza, warning them many times to evacuate their homes. Evacuation period given by Israel to the people of Gaza has expired. The Israeli army has completed preparations for a ground operation to be launched into the Gaza Strip, but subsequent events caused this ground operation to be postponed for several days. The discovery that these underground tunnels used by the Hamas militia were flooded and the continuation of this flooding disaster in the Gaza Strip led the Israel Defense Forces to postpone this ground operation for several days. The Israel Defense Forces believes that after this flood disaster, the weapons and ammunition kept by Hamas forces in the tunnels have become unusable. This event, which happened to the Hamas forces, was celebrated enthusiastically by the Israeli people. The Jewish clergy made statements in their speeches that this was part of God's plan. Do you think the promised land is really in this area? Will the Israeli army be able to take back these promised lands? While this tension between Israel and Hamas continues, the latest statements made by the Iranian Foreign Ministry have become a topic of the agenda all over the world. It seems that the war process that has been going on for years between Israel and Iran, military headquarters and unmanned combat aircraft production facilities located within the Iranian borders, have led to a further escalation of this tension between Iran and Israel. Now, Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Emir Abdullahian has made threatening speeches against Israel. In a statement, the Iranian Foreign Minister said that those who want to prevent the spread of the war in Gaza should prevent Israel's attacks. The Iranian minister, who expressed that they informed Israel that tomorrow will be too late if it does not stop the crimes it is committing in Gaza, made a threatening statement against Israel, saying that Israel has an opportunity to make amends in the coming hours. Otherwise, no one knows what will happen in the coming hours. As deconfliction between Iran and Israel continues to escalate, soldiers of the Qassam Brigade are trying to carry out attacks on Israeli military November territories with kamikaze unmanned combat aircraft. However, the drone attacks of the Qassam November Brigade soldiers are being successfully blocked by the Iron Dome air defense systems for now. On the other hand, deconfliction between Israel and Syria has reached a much different dimension. After the Israeli army carried out airstrikes on the airports located in Damascus and Aleppo, a large number of missiles were sent to Israeli territory from within the Syrian borders. The interesting part of the job is that Russia has also been indirectly involved in this war. Russia, which has a large number of military and headquarters within the borders of Syria, has warned Israel many times to stop these attacks. After the recent Israeli attacks, the Russian government has made numerous shipments of missiles and artillery to the Syrian regime. As countries such as Russia, Iran, Syria, and Lebanon began to get involved in this war, a move also came from Turkey. Turkish President Erdogan reacted very harshly to the U.S. sending an aircraft carrier to Israel for aid purposes. The U.S. aircraft carriers sent to the eastern Mediterranean regions are one of the issues that bother Turkey. Turkish naval forces, in response to this move by the United States, announced that they will conduct exercises in the eastern Mediterranean between 16 to 20 DC. Turkey will go to the eastern Mediterranean region with a large number of Navy ships and anchor here. It seems that Turkey is trying to intimidate the United States with this move it has made. Do you think that Turkey, which is both a NATO country and a Muslim country, will dare to confront the United States? A few days ago, the 7-year hostility between Iran and Saudi Arabia came to an end. December, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi held a meeting with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Can the fact that the territory of Jerusalem, which is of great importance to Muslims,